Hi everyone, so welcome back, it's Draddle44 here, hope you're doing well. So today's video is going to be talking about a little bit about Playmaker and Goalkeeper Certs and how Psionics could make them more consistent, which would therefore make them better and make the items more valuable, because, you know, let's face it, that would always help. Before I get into that video though, I am going to be giving away a Sky Blue Striker Interstellar to a lucky winner, once I hit 250 subscribers. Now you might be wondering, how do you get there? Well, you subscribe, that would help. Turn on notifications, leave a comment with your ID on if you haven't already, and leave likes on the video, because the more likes, the better the recognition, the algorithms, all that stuff, and then it gets more noticed, and I grow as a YouTuber, which is win for me, and then you get free items, which is win for you. Fantastic. As you can sort of see though with the Striker Interstellar, sky blue, lovely colour, you can repaint it, you can keep it, you can sell it, you can work around the design of a car, lots and lots of stuff with that, and I look forward to giving away a lot of other items as well. I've got some other things lined up, so exciting times for anyone who is watching my content. So anyway, that said, let's get into the content. So basically, with the video, it is talking about Playmaker and Goalkeeper. Basically, something I've noticed, and I'm sure a lot of you have, the problem that really lies within both of them is the fact that they are so inconsistent as certs. So, you know, you save a goal that was definitely going in, and it gives you nothing. And then you save like a very easy, straightforward block, and you get an epic save, which I do show in a clip a little bit later on, and it's kind of like, what? You know, and we have a sort of like a thing with the Playmaker. I like Playmaker myself because, you know, I do like to try and get assists, help my friends and teammates to get goals and things, but I find it's a really inconsistent cert. So sometimes, you know, you do this amazing pass, it bounces off the wall once, they score, you get nothing. And then another time, you know, you'll hit it off a wall, you'll do nothing from, say, kickoff, and you'll get, like, them score, and they'll get a goal, you'll get an assist, and you're just like, what? And it's like that save there. You know, what the hell? I mean, that wasn't even a hard save. I got suddenly a save for it. Alright, maybe you could argue it was going in, but, you know, it's very dependent, and there's other times when that just doesn't happen. Now, I would be, of course, interested to hear your thoughts and ideas on that. I mean, do you think that they are terrible because they're so inconsistent and unreliable, or do you think they're perfectly fine? Personally, I find them a bit of a nightmare, but, I mean, that is just me, and that's why I sort of like look in these things. There are definitely things for improvement. Now, coming up is just a couple of short clips of examples for Goalkeeper, because these were just really easy ones to kind of show and kind of prove what your point is. Right, so anyway, I mean, look at this, right? So the ball comes rolling towards me, I hit it, it wasn't a threat really going in, and I get an epic save for it. Okay, that one I blocked, I get an epic save for that. But sometimes you don't even get that. You don't even get a save. You just get kind of like a, you know, a block or a clear or whatever. And it's kind of like, well, I mean, all right, it depends, admittedly, on maybe your play style. Some people are very defensive. They like being a goalkeeper. Some people like the assists. I know they're not the most popular certs, but imagine if they were a lot better, they would make a kind of like just a much better cert. And of course, it would up the value of those items as well, which would be always a good thing, because let's face it, the market is in a bit of a strange place still, although not as bad as perhaps it was. But yeah, so here's some suggestions. So, okay, so with Playmaker, it's quite an easy one. Basically, if the teammate hits the ball and it does actually kind of count as a pass, doesn't matter how many walls it bounces off, as long as it was technically a pass within 10 seconds, you should definitely get an assist. With Goalkeeper, you know, if you are in goal and you make a block or a clear, and it was definitely, if it was like rolling up to you at like the speed of about 1 mile an hour, you shouldn't get a save for it at all, you should get a clear. But, you know, if you do get a sort of like a, you know, a block in or a save, and it was going in top corner, epic save, obviously. If it was going in, but it wasn't like as bad as that or really dangerous, then obviously a normal save would suffice. And I think that would be really, really good. It would up the consistency of these things. And now that Psionics and Epic Games are teamed up, we should expect a few positive changes, not just marketing nightmares. But yeah, so I mean, let me know what you think with that one. I mean, I do feel that Goalkeeper and Playmaker, they could easily be improved just with a very simple fix. But talking of fixes, I mean, there are some other fixes in the game that I'd like to kind of see. Kind of like the map warp. Now, do let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, I do plan to do maybe a bigger video on this, but do let me know what you experience. I mean, do you experience a sort of like a major map warp where, you know, you go onto a level and it is just absolutely unplayable almost. I mean, Salty Shores for me is like on slow-mo most of the time, and I literally hate that because it is often the level for tournaments for the majority, and it's a blooming nightmare. So do let me know with that as well. I mean, like, I'd love to see all these things fixed. I mean, as I say, you know, I know that this isn't all going to be solved in one time, but I would like to see definitely the Playmaker and the Goalkeeper certs fixed, improved, made better. Because let's face it, I mean, like, they are good potentially. I mean, assists, I know that, yeah, assists maybe aren't as exciting as scoring goals, but they are equally as important if you actually are a bit of a team player. It is nice to kind of score a really good, and the really good assists are the ones that definitely kind of make it more satisfying. And, you know, when you do make a good save, like that save there warranted a 50. It didn't warrant an epic because it wasn't, but it warranted definitely a 50, and that is fine. But sometimes you could do that and you wouldn't get anything, and you literally would get nothing for it, and you'd be like, what? Why didn't I get any points? So, you know, sometimes that is just the way of it with the game. The game is a very inconsistent game. It's a bit like getting AIs, actually. I mean, this match is quite funny because the guy that I was with quit, but my AI is cracked. Iceman. Absolutely cracked. Now, I could get another Iceman and he'd be terrible, or I could get an AI like Beast, and he's kind of just poor as well. So, you know, there's a lot of inconsistencies within the game that I just don't understand necessarily. And it's like, well, okay, you know, you can't expect everything to be consistent, but I would like to see some sort of like stability, you know, because we all love this game. Let's face it. I mean, you know, anyone who watches the content, anyone who plays Rocket League knows how much this game, how much I enjoy the game. But then I know that I'm not the only one. I mean, like, let's face it, the game is amazing in 90%, and no game's perfect. But obviously, some easy fixes. Well, easy fixes would be great. And yeah, Iceman just scored a cracking goal for an AI. Hey, you know, what can I say? But that's the whole point. So, I mean, it is a shorter video from me today about this. I mean, I would love to hear some opinions. My ideas are subject to kind of like just I suppose, like an idea that I had off the top of my head with regards to how they could work. But let me know if you think there's a better way. I mean, is there an easier solution? I mean, with Goalkeeper, is there a way to make it more consistent? Is there definitely like a way to make Playmaker just that little bit better? I mean, I do think that the sort of like passing the ball, the touching of the ball within a 10-second window, as long as it was actually a pass, not just some random hit. Because sometimes that's the thing with it, is that, you know, you do a random hit and you get an assist for it, you do an actual pass and you get nothing. That should be cut out. If you do a random part like hit and then they score, but it wasn't actually a pass or what counted, then of course that should be different. Anyway, that said, that is it for pretty much today's video. So hopefully you enjoyed it and found it kind of different and informative. If you do want to sub, then I'm moving nearer to the 250, so always good. Once I hit 250, I'll give away the Sky Blue Interstellar, of course. But otherwise, drop a like on the video, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one, pretty much. So have a great day, and thanks for watching. But until the next one, you take care, and all the best. Nice one. Thanks now. Bye-bye.